second straight game day, we welcome you inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Eyes on Puntillas. And the Angels with a near immaculate record at 2-1. But more importantly, they're coming off an 11-day break. They're taking on these Chargers, Faith Misperos, and the entire team. After winning their first two games, they're coming off back-to-back losses and need to bounce back today. That's the second game of your Thursday doubleheader right here at the Big Dome. It is Petro Gazz and Akari. Thanks for watching us on One Sports Plus, and Filipinas Live. Hello again, everybody. Eric Tipan, alongside Ayala Straniero, Kyla Kingsu. She's been busy gathering information about teams. What's been the vibe at the dugout?
That's right, Eric. Now, they had a long wait because of the extended first game, but everybody's just hyped up and excited to get going this evening.
All right, well, Ayala, both teams, obviously, they need to win today. Both teams coming from contrasting results. What do they need to do today?
Well, for both teams today, they have to be in sync. They need the teamwork, something that Petro Gazz showed in their previous game, but something that Akari needs to figure out in today's game.
Both teams at the middle of the 12-team standings.
Right. And you see the standings, current standings so far. Creamline and Signal are still undefeated, but as you mentioned, Petro Gazz and Akari, they are in the middle of the standings. The Angels got back on track quickly after losing to Creamline. They got the decisive win against Farm Fresh. Meanwhile, the Chargers, they need a bounce-back win today after losing in Farm Fresh in straight sets.
All right, let's talk about these Angels. They're coming off a win. They've split their last two games, but it was a big win against the Farm Fresh Foxy Myla Pablo, one of three players in double digits, but that's her first game in double digits in the All-Filipino Conference.
Exactly. Myla Pablo have had minimal minutes in their first two games this conference, but she started against Farm Fresh and she provided enough support in scoring, proving that she can still be an effective attacker. And Myla Pablo is definitely that one player that you want in your team, someone who's ready to step up when the situation of the team calls for it.
Well, she's got to really be more consistent after scoring in single digits in the first two games. Let's hope she's healthy and she keeps scoring in double digits for the All-Filipino Conference, because for the Angels to really go up, they're going to need her performance.
Exactly. Myla Pablo will definitely be a needed support in the scoring of Brooke Van Sickle.
All right, let's talk about the Akari Chargers. Now, this team off to a great start in their first two games, but then they stumbled in the last two games. And Soyud, great support in the first two games. She scored in double digits in both, but she only had 8 points in their last game.
That's right. Soyud's production, as you mentioned, has been integral in Akari's 2 wins so far, but she has been slowed down in their losses. Only 7 points against Creamline and 8 points against Farm Fresh, which proves how her scoring prowess is definitely an integral point in the offense of the Akari Chargers.
That's right, Eric. You know, you asked for some stories from both teams, and I do have some exciting updates from both our squads because 2 of their key players have been cleared to finally get back into action on court today. So let me start off with the Petro Gazz Angels because we actually have Jonas Abete back in action. She was sidelined in their previous game back in Candon, but you know, she just took 3 days to recover and she was back in action, and she tells me that she's so excited to finally contribute today. And on the other side of the court for Akari, we also have Gretch Sultanes, who had a very minor hand injury. According to their PT, she had a minor hand strain, but they just had to monitor this after 2 games, and now she's also cleared to play. And we know that with both these players, really firepowers for their squad, there's additional sparks for their squad. That will only make the stakes even higher tonight, right, guys?
That's really good news because we would want players to be healthy to play, and we want them to have their complete lineup to be more competitive.
And that's what you like as well about these super athletes. I mean, it only takes days to recover and
That's
be in
really
tip-top shape for the game, right? Speaking of star players, star athletes, let's talk about 2 key players we're going to have to watch out for today. These 3 athletes have scored in double digits in most of their games, at least 3 times so far in the All-Filipino Conference. Brooke Van Sickle and Ivy Laxina.
I mean, Brooke Van Sickle and Ivy Laxina has been the focal point of their team's offense. For Brooke Van Sickle, she continues to show that she is a force to be reckoned with, playing like a true MVP every match so far. 4th in scoring overall. She is also in the top 10 in spiking, serving, and digging. Definitely an all-around player, a complete package. Meanwhile, Laxina has also done the heavy lifting for the Akari Chargers, the best scorer for her squad so far. Also next to Brooke Van Sickle in terms of scoring. She is 5th overall and 3rd in spiking. And if Akari wants a bounce-back win today, they need Ivy Laxina to be at her A game.
And talking about Ivy Laxina, I got to speak with her and also Brooke earlier this afternoon. And let me start off with Ivy Laxina first. She tells me that she knows that she's the go-to scorer right now for their team, and she knows that it comes with lots of responsibilities, but these are duties that she is happily carrying. She says the weight is a great challenge for her, and she hopes that they'll finally avenge their back-to-back losses, which hopefully will do well for their morale. And on the other side of the court, for the Petro Gazz Angels, we have Brooke Van Sickle, who says that she is still on a high after that exciting game in Candon, even if that was already more than 10 days ago. And she tells me that what she loves most about this All-Filipino conference is that she really gets to see all the local players get that distribution, get that, teamwork that they need to make this all possible. And, Erica Nail, the PVL is back. We have long and exciting games back, just like the one we witnessed earlier, and so is our Pilipinas Live question of the game. It is back. Kaya naman right below the stream on the Pilipinas Live app, there is a live poll where you guys can answer our question of the game. And today, we are asking which spiker will come up big for her team. Again, which spiker will come up big for her team? Is it Petro Gazz's number 10, Brooke Van Sickle, or Akari's number 16 in Ivy Laxina? Again, you can answer that right below the stream on the Pilipinas Live app, or you can also join in the conversation online using the hashtag PVL2025. Now, going back to our question of the game, I'd love to hear your thoughts, guys.
I'm just excited with the matchup of Brooke Van Sickle and Ivy Laxina. That's something to watch out for in this match.
I'll go for both. Both will have big games for sure because it is needed. For the Angels, they want a 2-game winning streak. For the Chargers, they want to snap a 2-game losing streak. Petro Gazz and Akari, first set coming up right after these.
Marciano and...
I'm...
Hoy! Yun na yun, Kat. Ay, tuloy lang. Tara, play na. Hi, I'm Janine Marciano.
And I'm Celine Domingo. And let's play on! Which teammate would you trust to style your outfit? Fifi Sharma!
Fifi Sharma.
Fifi Sharma, oh my God.
Wow! May feeling na naman yun.
Hindi na kailangan ng mahabang explanation. Tignan nyo na lang yung Instagram account.
She's so aesthetic.
She's so fashionable. She's a fashion icon.
Period. Okay, next question.
Ako na magawak eh.
Which teammate would you enter in a singing contest?
Camille Cal.
Oh.
Which teammate would you choose to have a boxing fight?
Wow.
Definitely not Fifi Sharma.
Tama yun, tama. Not Fifi Sharma.
Kahit sino, basta hindi si Fifi Sharma.
Which teammate would you bring on a beach vacation? Isa lang. Siguro yung bagets na lang. Si Kat. Para mag-bonding pa kami.
Siguro ako, ano yung matanda na lang. Janine Marciano.
Which teammate would you trust to keep a secret? Mitch Cobb.
Ako din si Mitch.
Yeah.
Kahit anong happening sa life ko si Mitch.
Which teammate is always earliest sa call time?
Said Domingo.
Marsha.
Hoy!
Laging late.
Celine Domingo.
Yung mga top 3 dyan, Mitch Cobb, yours truly.
Alam mo, wala akong masasagot. Wala akong masasagot kasi ako yung last.
So, lagi late. Kaya lagi siyang may pa-coffee. Period.
I'm...
Hoy! Tara, play na tayo.
Okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Smart Araneta Coliseum in Cubao and the 2024-2025 season All-Filipino Conference of the Premier Volleyball League, the heart of volleyball. This is our final match for you for today in the preliminary round. And for match number 24, let us welcome our Petro Gazz Angels and their challengers, our Akari Chargers. Presenting our officials for this match. First referee, Ms. Josie Del Rosario, FIVB International Referee. Second referee, Mr. Joven Racelis, National Referee. Let's call on our starting lineup from our Petro Gazz Angels. Let's begin with their team captain. She wears jersey number 9, Mary Remy Joy Palma. At number 2, Janelle Welch Cheng. Wearing jersey number 5, Mary Joy Dacoron. At number 8, Aiza Pontilias. Number 10, Brooke McKenna Van Sickle. Number 15, Myla Pablo. Starting liberois, number 7, Jelly Tempiatura. Head coach, Mr. Kochi Sujurabara. Calling on our Akari Chargers. Team at number 2, Mariopi Sharma. Number 5, Gretchel Sotones. Wearing jersey number 7, Camille Angelica Cal. Number 10, Camille Victoria. At number 16, Ivy Keith Laxina. number 24, Christine Joy Soyud. Starting libero is number 1, Danielle Fleriz Ravena. Head coach, Mr. Takayuki Minoa. This match is under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusement Board. For preliminary round.
No change in the starting lineup from Coach Koji Tsurabara. It's the same starting 6 led by Brooke Van Sickles, 20 points. In the last game, Ayla Pablo 11, Aiza Puntilas with 10 in that win against the Foxies. A little adjustment though for Coach Taka Minoa. And the Chargers, as Gretzel Soltones will be part of the starting lineup. And off the bench, Raagas. And the rest, of course, the same. Camille Cal, starting setter since day 1 for the Chargers. And she has done a masterful job so far.
And as you mentioned, Gretzel Salton is finally back as a starter after missing their game against Creamline and starting off the bench in their previous game against Farm Fresh.
She had double digits in their first 2 games, 16 and 10 respectively. So they're going to need her to produce here today to snap that 2-game losing streak. And we're off. Ivy Laksina picking up where she left off and getting the first point of the opening set, Ayel.
And we're expecting this one from Akari going a lot to Ivy Laksina because yet again she is their #1 scorer so far this conference, and they will need a lot of her production in today's game.
Sharma coming off a 6-point performance, including an ace against the Foxies. There's a tip by Palma. This is an easy gift for Van Sickle. Couldn't put it away. Laksina, cross-court hit. Van Sickle digging it up. Brooke down the line, picked up by Soltones. No sign of that strained hand as Laksina sends it wide.
Ball is out.
Gretzel Soltones again. She will be important here in all sides of the court, defense, offense. But unfortunately, there Laksina too wide on that attack.
Remy Palma.
Palma 6 points as a starter for Coach Tsurabara in that win against the Foxies. Good pass by Soltones. Here comes Laksina down the line and misses the line. So back-to-back attack faults for Ivy.
Ivy Laksina trying to experiment in the start of this set, finding different angles, but can't seem to find her flow yet.
Palma.
The Angels finished 3rd in the first All-Filipino Conference of 2024, so obviously they have high hopes for this All-Filipino expanded, improved All-Filipino Conference as Palma serves it outside.
Camille Cal. Serving for the Chargers.
Camille Cal, 9 excellent sets, 4 points against the Foxies. Van Sickle against the double block. Cal to Soyud. Off-speed hit is good.
With an off-speed
Soyud has somehow mastered the soft touches of speed attack. Just the right enough spin to get that point. And one thing important here for the Akari Chargers, they found a way here to slow down, get the rebounds of the offense of Brooke Van Sickle.
Nice looking serve from Camille Cal. Back row Pablo, single block by Laksina. It goes outside, so a point for Myla Pablo, her first.
And this is where the other players are very much needed to score. When Brooke Van Sickle is slowed down, they still have Myla Pablo, Aiza Puntilas to score for them. Remy Palma earlier scored the point as well.
3-all. Camille Victoria with there's a net touch going to be called against the Angels.
Called on the Angels. 4-3.
Coach Koji Tsurabara,
Ivy Laksina.
always with a headset, just getting information from everywhere. Barbon with a nice pass. Van Sickle brushing it off the block of Soltones as we check in with Kyla Kingsu.
From the sidelines to the spotlight, all the way in Candon, Myla Pablo once again reminded everyone why she is a deserving PVL MVP. In Petro Gazz's previous game, she wasted no time in making her presence felt, delivering the precision and energy her team needed. Speaking to her earlier, I could see how happy she is to be back, and Myla shared just how much she missed being on the court and hearing all the fans. She said in a quote na miss ko talaga yung ganitong energy. Sinabi ko sa sarili ko, ito na yung chance para makabalik sa game ko. And while she's still working her way back to her peak form and adjusting to extended minutes, Myla says she is determined to make every touch count. Well, it's still very much early here in set number 1, but Myla and the Angels are looking to set the tone for another commanding performance. Let's see if they do just that as I send it back to you, Eric and Nael.
All right, thank you very much, Kyla. Soyud almost knocking it in, but a great save coming from Janelle Cheng. The rally continues. Pablo. There's an up by Laxina. A little close to the net, but a nice tip by Soltones. Saves are good. Oh, Barbon keeping it alive. Soyud down the line and finally puts a punctuation mark to that exciting exchange.
What a rally there. That defense coming from Petro Gazz making it difficult for Akari to convert a point. But again, we talked about Ellie Soyud and how important her contributions will be in this match. Take a look at that, taking advantage, no block at all for Petro Gazz.
And against Barbon, no less, who's an excellent digger. Cheng on 2, got it.
Always so sneaky there. Timing's always perfect for that 1-2 plays for Cheng. Take a second look on that. Sharma late in reading that one.
Janelle Cheng, 13 excellent sets and 1 ace in the win against the Foxies as Tacoron serves. Cal to Sharma. Janelle Cheng, I mean, her digging speaks for itself today. Cal, Sharma again, yes!
Look at that, Sharma.
Second attempt there for Fifi Sharma.
7.
Great activation from the middle for Cal. This is what they want. They want their middles to be more involved in their offensive pattern.
Back to the biggest lead for Ellie Soyud and the Chargers up by 2 points, 7 serving 5. That's on the line.
That's an ace.
Sharp serve there coming from Soyud.
8. Akari.
8-5. A 3-point lead, the biggest for the Chargers against the Angels here in the opening set. And the crowd inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum, taking in the All-Filipino Conference of the PVL. Angels committed 3 errors already, 2 on the serves. Team manager Mosi Ravena. The Chargers, they try to swing this around. Torrente checking out the action.
Number 24, Ellie Soyud.
8 serving 5. Second
Out, +1.
make that 3rd error for the Chargers.
Too long there for Soyud. A chance here for Petro Gazz to gain some momentum.
Aiza
Maizo Puntillas, twice she scored in double digits so far. Soltones, Tempiatura picking it up. Brooke Van Sickle with an off-speed hit. Laxina digging it. Soltones, Tempiatura once again.
Great defense.
Pablo. There's a block touch.
Down the line.
Myla Pablo.
7. Serving
Again, replacing Jonas Abete as a starter, and so far still stepping up here, scraping the hands of Camille Cal in that sequence.
Two-time PVL MVP, a one-time finals MVP, and a four-time PVL champion, Myla Pablo. And right on cue, Pablo with the tip. Soyud popping it up. Soyud with 3 points already. Soltones. Easy pickup for Van Sickle. Pablo again.
Pablo on fire so far after the technical timeout.
She's picked up the last 2 points of the Angels and have tied the game at 8. Pablo with 3 points, all from attacks. 3-0 run for the Angels. A little combination play. Soltones with an off-speed hit.
Great change of tempo there coming from Soltones, recognizing that the floor defense was a bit backward there for Petro Gazz, just spinning that one over. No one there for the Petro Gazz Angels.
Rest Soltones, also a highly decorated collegiate player.
Very versatile player as well.
3-time MVP in college. 4-time beach volleyball MVP. And that one is outside of Remy Palma.
Cheng wanting to involve the middles as well to create more space for the wing attackers. Unfortunately, an attack error there.
So a 2-point run by the Chargers to answer the run of the Angels. Chance ball, Sharma. Pontillas picking it up. Here comes Pablo again. Danny Ravenna with the dig. Soyud. Brooke Van Sickle has been defending very well in the back row. Here's Pablo looking for point number 4. Ravenna sets it up to Laxina. That's short. Laxina really struggling today. Only has 1 point, but 3 attack errors.
I mean, she's been trying so many ways to score a point here, going different angles, going slow this time, changing tempo. But yet, she's trying to find her own momentum here.
Nice looking serve from Myla Pablo. Laxina, Tempiatura with a dig. Brooke Van Sickle's back in front. So Torres picking it up. Laxina, yes! That ought to get her going.
There you go. That has to give her some confidence here, challenging the net defense of the Petro Gazz Angels. Going in between the blockers, seeing that loose block.
Ivy Laxina, part of that team that won the championship for NU, snapping a 65-year drought. And speaking of the UAP season 87, just a couple of months away. Palma scoring her 2nd point of the game. No, make that 1st point for Palma.
The same play there for Remy Palma. The slide attack finally successful in this attempt, avoiding the hands of Ivy Laxina.
Still a 1-point deficit, though, for Palma and the Angels. Floaters of a serve. Victoria faking. And nice hit there for Laxina. She's starting to percolate.
Right. And they need Laxina to get her game going.
Back-to-back points. Spike of the set brought to you by Duncan. Pasalubong ng Bayan. 3 points for Ivy Laxina.
Designated game captain for the Camille Cal. Serving for Akari.
Short serve, Dacoron. Ready for the receive. Van Sickle. What a dig for Danny Ravenna. Soltones back row. Pablo answers right back. There's a dig by Soltones. Laxina once again. That's outside. She's asking for a check ball, and there it is.
And this is what her height and length can do, really. Go attack on top of the attackers there, scraping the fingertips, actually, of both Cheng and Dacoron.
Tallest player on the floor at 6'1", Ivy Laxina.
Timeout. Petro Gazz.
Timeout here for Coach Zurabara. They're back down by 3, the biggest lead for the Chargers.
Okay. Yung movement. Side. Hey, puro open lang sila. Now. Yeah. Opponent here. 204. Within the hole. Side spiker. Cheap. Don't use cheap. Tap here. Okay. Now you can defense. Now you got to defense. Have a chance! Have a chance!
Some short reminders there. I did not understand much of it, but I'm sure the players did. Let's see if they'll be able to adjust quickly because so far Akari finding momentum here, trying to get a bigger lead.
Still serving their setter, Camille.
Well, Camille Cal and the Chargers matching their biggest lead at 3 points. Nice looking serve. Serving has been a strength for the Chargers, at least here in the opening set. Soyud very aggressive. Bad pass there coming from Barbon.
Overset by Temperatura.
Bourbon there trying to set up Brooke Van Sickelen it out of a system sequence. Lack of ball control on her end.
Service, Cal.
And now the biggest lead for the Chargers, up by 4. Back row for Pablo. Got it.
Pablo off the hand of Cal.
So far, Pablo has been the go-to player in this match. Let's take a second look on that. This time, Pablo from the back row. Going zone 1. Cal not ready for that.
Janelle Cheng, always a good server. Cal to Laxina. Pablo digging it. Long chase for Cheng. Quintillas with an error.
Cross. 15 to 11.
Awkward set there coming from Cheng. Quintillas could not adjust quickly.
Ivy Laxina.
15-11. Chargers out of Angeles, Pampanga. Ivy Laxina with a serve. Overpass. Easy put away for Soltones.
Strong serves coming from Akari, putting Petro Gazz out of system here.
Akari.
And now
11. Petro Gazz.
Coach Zurabara, is this timeout or he's looking? Yep, it is. It's challenging. This is not a timeout.
Correction, there's a challenge.
There's a
On the
challenge.
floor by Petro
Reaching
Gazz
beyond.
For reaching beyond. Challenge, reaching beyond. Petro Gazz.
This is the first reaching beyond challenge I've ever encountered.
Welcome back. But this challenge is, again, it's a bit tricky as well. But it gives advantage to the other side of the court, I mean. So let's see, it was coming off an overpass from Petro Gazz.
A very impressive serving while we have a little bit of time. For the Chargers, Coach Takaminoa, obviously you can tell they're really focusing on that. And take a look. The Chargers are obviously on the right side, and does that constitute reaching beyond? There you go. So unsuccessful challenge for Coach Zurabara. It's biggest lead right now at the Chargers, up by 5%. Arena Plus, astig sa sports. And right now, The Angels down by their biggest deficit at 5 points, despite the good start for Myla Pablo with 4 points, top scoring for Petro Gazz. Nobody else has more than a point after Myla Pablo.
And that shows how the defense has been working for Akari Chargers. We've talked about how Brooke Van Sickle has been spectacular in terms of scoring, but right now she has been completely slowed down.
Another bad pass, and Janelle Cheng's been running around a lot, but there's an overdig coming from Ravenna, and an easy put away for Joy Dacoron. Dacoron picks up her first point.
For reaching
Much needed point here for the Petro Gazz Angels, but there is a challenge from the side of the Akari Chargers. Reaching over, another reaching over challenge here.
And that's where it gets tricky, because a lot of the times you're actually reaching over even when you're blocking.
Right. Especially off a regalo.
That's right.
It was clear Dacoron had the complete advantage in that sequence.
Well, if this is a successful challenge, they're going to wipe this point off. And unsuccessful challenge.
Ball was completely on the side of the court of the Petro Gazz Angels.
So both coaches with one challenge remaining after each with unsuccessful attempts. 4-point game. Good pass coming from Laxina. Soltones is in front. Nice pickup there for Puntillas. Pablo rising. Laxina with a dig. Soyud. Another bad pass. Another chase for Janelle Cheng. Soltones. So many weapons right here for Camille Cal.
Right.
Puntillas is turned away. Pablo against the double block. Back row, Van Sickle off speed. Camille Cal, this is a chance ball for the Angels. Cheng, Puntillas off speed, got it.
Puntillas, the hole.
That's Iso Puntillas specialty. Just dropping right behind the blockers, really knowing the right amount of power and speed to get that point. A much needed point there again for Petro Gazz.
But despite the highlights, it's just a 2-point run for the Angels. They're still down by 3. Tempiatura sets it up for Puntillas, brushes it off the block. Cal, and Victoria, probably blocked by the net.
Petro Gazz slowly finding their momentum here.
This block of the set, and Joy Dacoron did the trick. Brought to you by East West Bank, the official bank of the PVL All-Filipino Conference. Wait a minute, no whistle yet. Van Sickle, a little excited. There's timeout for Coach Takaminoa. His 5-point lead is down to 2.
14 for the Angels.
Pwede B-pass. Point to cover tayo, guys. Dani setting. Try to make it closer setter. Closer net. Go, go, go. Go na, go na.
Kailangan nyo kasi natin ha. Nag-iiba-iba siya ng target. So, defense pattern natin sa receiver. Lahat.
Short ball sa 8.
Girls, huwag natin hayaan mahirapan tayo sa sarili nating galaw. Focus tayo mga.
Yes, sarap na.
Side out tayo. Server ha, siguro. Oo, sige. Kanta tayo. Hari! Chargers!
Good pass. That's what they need right now. It's something that has worked for them earlier. Being in system, getting that good first ball. Cal having an easier time to set up the offense. But right now with the Brooke Van Sickle serving, they have been challenged. They have been put out of system here.
Just 2 points.
Van Sickle only 1 point so far.
Tie this set at the service zone.
But right now, we're at the tail end of a 3-point run by the Angels. They've cut this deficit to 2. Soltones looking for a side out. They got it.
The block. 17.
Soltones again very familiar with how the players on the other side of the court plays. Her former team this time challenging that block of Iso Puntillas and Dacoron.
3rd point for Soltones as Cam Victoria, the former Tigress, with a serve. Tough set again for Janelle Cheng. Camille Cal sends it back to Soltones. Cheng to Puntillas. They want to get her going. She's rejected, but there's a block. They'll make that a net touch. Called against the Chargers.
Called on Soltones.
3-point here for the Petro Gazz Angels.
Substitution.
And these elbows, the jerseys, sometimes on the way down as you turn. Comes in contact. Take a look. And the elbow. Soltones. Back to a 2-point game. Casey Galdones in the game for the first time. It's a chance ball for the Angels. On two. And Puntillas took it away from Janelle Cheng, and it ended up in an error.
At most times it actually works, but in that sequence, just a lack of risk action. Good intention there coming from Maiza Puntillas.
Puntillas 1 point and a couple of errors already. Back to a 3-point lead. Not for long for the Chargers. Service fault for Eli Soyu.
And they have to be careful here, especially from the service line. Talking about the Akari Chargers, they can't give this easy points away to the Petro Gazz Angels.
Team captain Mitch Comm in the game for the first time. Also Faith Nisperos for the Chargers, and a double sub for Coach Tsuzuramara as Antoinette Adolfo. And she saw it. Check in.
Both teams wanting a complete front row here.
Adolfo, Pablo, and Palma in front for the Angels. Nisperos with their first touch. It's a chance ball for the Angels. Saet goes to Adolfo, and there's a net touch once again for the Chargers.
Errors are piling up here for the Akari Chargers from the service line, from the net touches. They have to be mindful of the small details. It has been allowing Petro Gazz Angels to catch up here.
7 errors in total for the Chargers. Meantime, it's the 8th error for the Angels. Both teams not really conservative with that statistic, which is why it's a 2-point game. Soltones, beautiful looking serve. Over received by Myla Pablo. Here's a chance to put it away. Laxina blocked. Cobb goes to the back row. Soltones sends it outside.
Ball is out.
Great angle there coming from Soltones right on the zone 5. Unfortunately, just too wide there. Too long in that attack.
I don't know what Soltones was signaling the bench. They don't know either.
Serving from Petro Gazz.
Seems like the coaches wanted to go for a challenge, but he was saying that it was clear, it was outside.
Nisperos nowhere to go. Van Sickle with a single lady block to tie the game at 19.
Impact play here for the Petro Gazz Angels. Take a look at that block. Van Sickle all over that ball. I mean, that has got to feel good for her. She has been slowed down here in terms of offense.
That was just a 2nd point for Van Sickle. Cobb to Ivy Laxina. Oh, she's sacrificing her body for the dig, but Tempiatura throws it away.
20 to 19.
Temperatura wanted to be a bit tricky on that one.
A wasted opportunity to take the lead as Tempiatura will sit down. Baby Love Barbon is back in the game.
Serving for Akari.
Chargers get an easy one to go back on top by 1. Pablo. Saet to Van Sickle. Wipes it off the block. Veteran move.
And you know Brooke Van Sickle, she is a smart player. She knows what to do even with tight sets like that. Take a look at that, using the hands of the Sparrows to get that point.
3rd for Van Sickle.
Team captain, Remy Palma. Serving for the Angels.
Chance for the lead on the Palma serve. Barrena will set it up all the way to Laxina on the other side. Saet. Van Sickle. Oh, she's got the hot hand right now. Back-to-back points. And the lead once again with the Angels.
Great set as well coming from Chi Saep. Just the right height that Brooke Van Sickle wanted to go down the line, going on top of the blockers here. Take note, the blockers were also tall. It was a Faith Nisperos and Camille Victoria.
10-4 run in favor of the Angels. Laxina bounces it off the blockers and ties the game at 21.
We're tied at 21.
Point here for the Akari Chargers.
Substitution. Akari, 17 out.
And the double sub has not been working for the Chargers. So back in is Soyud and Camille Cal. Meanwhile, it's been working, the double sub for the Angels. Saet and Adolfo have helped the Angels tie the game at 21. Floater of a serve. Galdones is back in the game. Ravena with the dig. Laxina again. Great pass coming from Pablo. Here comes Adolfo. Soltones pops it up. Cal back to Laxina. And Laxina delivers.
Cross-court shot.
Laxina getting that point of the cross-court attack. You know, Barbon also a great digger here on the side. The Petro Gazz Angels just miscalculated that one.
Barbon, 7 digs, 12 receptions in their win against the Foxies.
Everyone, come on. Don't easy mistake. Okay, focus. Everyone, okay. One smile. Everyone, hold on, smile. Let's go. One catch. One good pass. Everyone, let's go.
What they're saying, focus. That's what they need right now to be able to execute. Good first ball as well. They need a quick side out here if they want to get this set. I mean, pressure is higher towards this end stretch of the set.
And there's no more timeout for the Angels as well. Camille Cal and the Chargers up by 1. That serve is going to be long.
That sails out.
Too strong there for Cal.
Pontillas returns. Saet sits down. So there's no legit setter right now for the Angels. Soyud. Yes, Ellie Soyud. That's going to be her 4th point of the game.
Soyud has been highly efficient in this match so far. Delivering good points here. Doing cross-court, maximizing that late block of the Angels.
Marciano in.
And now Adolfo subs out. Back in is Janelle Cheng. Janine Marciano in the game for the first time.
Janine Marciano.
Former Lioness
For the Chargers.
of San Pedro. She has not scored so far in this All-Filipino Conference. Van Sickle off speed. And no second touch for the Chargers. 5th point for Van Sickle, and we're tied at 23.
I mean, gutsy play there coming from Brooke Van Sickle. She could have went across court there, knowing that it was a late block, but going for that off speed. Just a right enough redirection in that ball.
It is anybody's first set.
Right.
What an exchange. Overpass. And that's put away. Either Myla Pablo or Galdones, they were together at the net.
Credit half that point with a good serving of Brooke Van Sickle. She has been an effective server all throughout this match so far.
All right, so that's on Pablo, her 5th, and it's set point for the Angels. Short serve. Cal, the tie. Yes, they do. Soltones ties the game at 24.
Quick thinking there on the side of Soltones, recognizing that there was that hole at zone 1 and going for that. Easy outing for Soltones.
Well, these are 2 very competitive teams.
Right.
The Chargers finished 2nd in the reinforced conference, so it's no surprise that they're going to an extended set number 1. Soltones trying the dump, rejected. Soltones, 2nd straight attempt, got it again.
Soltones finds the corner.
And this is where Soltones really knows when to step up as a veteran, having that experience. Clutch player here, back-to-back points for Soltones. Bourbon and Van Sickle miscue on that end.
Set point, the first one for the Chargers. Barbon with a pass. Pontillas rejected by Sharma. Pontillas tries again. Presses it off the block, and we're tied at 25.
The block. Pontillas.
Bets versus bets here. And you just know who the setters will go to in moments like this. Cheng going back again to Isamaizo Pontillas after getting blocked. And Isamaizo Pontillas just knowing what to do next.
And despite her struggles, Pontillas with 2 errors, she's got 2 points. And more importantly, she ties the game. Pontillas rejected. What a save from Van Sickle. Pontillas again. The tip picked up by Soyud. Soltones trying to dump and wipes it off the block. Soltones, she scored the last 3 points of the Chargers, and once again she puts the Chargers set point.
And right now, Cal is exclusively going to Soltones, and Soltones has been delivering this time off the outer hand of Pontillas.
Yeah, no Laxina on the floor. So Soltones obviously gets first dibs for the Chargers. Soyud with a serve. Barbon with a great pass. Pontillas got it right corner pocket.
If Cal is exclusively going to Soltones, Cheng has been going to Pontillas all throughout that sequence. But take a look at this replay. Open block there in the cross-court angle. Going long as well, did not go sharp, recognizing that there was a defense there.
A set point save. Soltones turned away.
No entry, says
And
Cheng.
courtesy of a monster block, the Angels with their second set point.
And this is where setters will become predictable if they continue to go to the wing attackers. I mean, 2 blockers very ready on that attack of Soltones.
And Soltones blocked again. Back-to-back monster blocks by the Angels. Give them the W here in the opening set.
And again, it is the end game that it's very important, and that's where Petro Gazz Angels found their momentum.
So the blocks of Cheng and Palma back-to-back. This one is Palma's, the last one. In an extended and exciting set number 1, the Angels a come-from-behind win after being down by as many as 5. They win set number 1 against the Chargers. A 35-minute first set and a 2-point win for the Angels, courtesy of 2 awesome blocks. One from Janelle Cheng, one from Remy Palma, and it's as exciting as you could expect. And if you don't believe us, watch the highlights.
I mean, Petro Gazz Angels, they started strong in this set, but towards the middle, it was the Akari Chargers who found their flow. Ivy Laxina found ways to score points. Ellie Soyud stepping up, but the Petro Gazz Angels, again, just having that experience, having better composure towards the end stretch, knowing what to do. Cheng also knowing who to go to towards that end. Pontillas delivering the points, and as you mentioned, the 2 kill blocks of the Petro Gazz Angels against Soltones, who actually stepped up also in that crucial moment. Unfortunately, just did not have enough support on that floor defense. As we take a look at the numbers, not a lot of disparity in attack points. 16 for Akari, 15 for the Petro Gazz Angels. And what made the biggest difference for the Angels really was their net defense. The 2 blocks in the end, but they tallied a total of 4 kill blocks, and both teams having a lot of errors in that set. Akari from the service line and those net touches. Meanwhile, the Petro Gazz Angels in their offense. So a lot to improve in both teams, especially in their consistency.
And if you're wondering how good the offense has been for both teams, well, to be honest, not very good. 28% in terms of attacks because of how their defense has really stepped up. I mean, 18 excellent digs for the Angels, 6 for the Chargers, 12 excellent receptions for the Angels, 8 for the Chargers, 53 attempts in attacks for the Angels, 57 for the Chargers. I mean, they packed as much as they could in that 35-minute first set, and it was thrilling to say the least. Palma rejected by Laxina to kick things off here in set number 2. A little misunderstanding between Cheng and Palma. Chance ball here for the Chargers. Laxina puts it away.
The hand of Cheng.
Laxina going through, powering through the net defense. Take a second look on that of the hands of Cheng.
And that proves to you, how a tiny mistake, a free ball, turns into almost an automatic point for the opponent. As Van Sickle answers for the first point of the Angels.
Cleanest attack so far coming from Brooke Van Sickle.
Spike of the set brought to you by Duncan. Pasalubong ng Bayan. 6th point for Brooke Van Sickle.
So much speed and power in that attack.
Team captain Remy Palma. Laxina with 7. Make that 8 points.
Laxina does likewise.
They're playing side out right now. Brooke Van Sickle with a clean attack. Ivy with a good answer there, going cross court.
Well, much better start for Laxina. She's 2 for 2 to start the second set.
Serving for Akari.
After committing 3 errors to start set number 1. Great pass by Pablo, combination play. Van Sickle, what a dig for Soltones. Cal chasing it down. Laxina once again, and this time it falls short.
Laxina seeing that the net defense established on the side of the Angels made her, second guess herself. Wanted to go on an off-speed attack, but too short for that.
Error number 4 for Ivy Laxina. Ravenna with a beautiful pass. And there is Cam Victoria with a point as we send it courtside to Kyla Kingsu.
Eric and Nail, after unfortunately dropping that first set where they actually got to show several glimpses of their potential, there is certainly pressure in the air for the Akari Chargers as they battle out here in set number 2. And Ivy Laxina continues to be a key figure at the net. I got the chance to chat with her earlier, and she shared with me how much the team worked on their offensive timing after 2 tough losses. She said, and I quote, ang focus namin ay maayos yung flow ng opensa. Kailangan namin maging mas aggressive. And this remains true because while her efforts in set number 1 have sparked moments for brilliance for Akari, the Chargers are really struggling to find consistency against the Angels' counterattack. Can Ivy's leadership finally help Akari to turn things around and get back in the fight? Well, you'll have to stay tuned to the unfolding match as I send it back to you, Eric and Nael.
All right, thanks very much, Kyla. Well, their offense really needs shoring up as Soltones with her 7th point.
And so far, they have been insistent in their offense. Soltones going for that power tip right in the middle, seeing that gap in between the blockers.
Yeah, much better scoring distribution for the Chargers in today's game. Only 1 player scored in double digits in that 3-set loss against the Foxies. So obviously, a lot of problems offensively in their last game. There's a bad pass for the Angels. And this is the biggest lead right now for the Chargers, up by 4. Timeout for the Angels.
No. Hold on. How about challenge? You got mistake. Next point. Next one.
Pasa ulit ha, simulan. 1 good pass, 1 good thing.
Hey, go. He's fine.
choice of Coach Koji because after winning the first set, this is not the position you want to be in. Akari with a 4-point lead, a slow start here for the Petro Gazz Angels. They need to make the quick adjustments here if they want to be able to catch up quickly.
And that's been the trend, obviously, that Coach Tsusurabara does not want.
Right.
It's always been a game of catch-up for the Angels. They trailed by 5 in the opening set. Now they trail by 4. Van Sickle cuts it down to 3.
We talk about adjustments right now. Chisa in for Cheng and broke a Van Sickle with a quick side up of the hands of Soyud.
Biggest lead for Van Sickle and the Angels was 2 points, and that's their win, the 2-point win. There's a service ace. Yes, it is for Brooke Van Sickle. So a nice little run after the timeout. 2-0 run for Van Sickle and the Angels.
Brooke Van Sickle has been a big threat on that service line, getting those service aces in, putting them out of system, this time off the hands of Danny Ravenna.
Not a good pass from Ravenna again. Soltones rises, and that's way outside. Fourth error for Gretzel Soltones. It's the errors. Soltones 4 errors, she's got 7 points. Laxina 8 points, 4 errors. That is what's hurting the Chargers.
Find a way to be efficient here, talking about the offense of Akari.
Victoria, a nice dig coming from Van Sickle. Pontillas. Soyud picking it up. It's a 3-point run for the Angels. Make that a 4-point run now. They'll tie the game at 6.
Has been the errors of Akari. Has allowed Petro Gazz to catch up here, but Brooke Van Sickle so far with 8 points and has been highly consistent on that service line.
Outstanding response after the timeout by the Angels. And I can see Coach Tsusurabara smiling behind the face mask because of this 4-point run. Oh, save is good. What a job by Tempiatura keeping that alive. Van Sickle with a dig.
Great defense.
Pontillas backing up for it. Dug by Ravenna. Soyud. Oh, perfect dig coming from Chisayat. Here's a chance ball for the Chargers. Soltones against a double block. Got it.
Soltones to the hand of Pontillas.
Yeah, much needed side out there for the Akari Chargers. This time Soltones again challenging the net defense of the Petro Gazz Angels, and they needed that side out because every time Petro Gazz is in the rotation where Brooke is on the service line, it has been a big problem for the Akari Chargers.
That stops the 4-point run of the Angels. Pablo against a single block. No problem.
Akari has to find a way to get their hands pressed in that net defense because the Petro Gazz Angels has been maximizing their loose hands here.
And what a shoot set as well for Chisayat. And that play was quick. 7-all. You could tell that one was not going to make it right from the back line. 8-7. Chargers get a freebie to get to the first technical timeout, set number 2. Back here inside the big dome, set number 2, where the Angels trailed by as many as 4, had a 4-point run to tie the game. Signal TV executive Miko Halili,
Serving for the Chargers.
head of sports content,
Soy.
always here supporting the PVL. Right now the Chargers up by 1, set number 2, but they're down a set. Pablo with the tip, got it. There's a net touch as well on Camille Cal.
And so far, Chisa has really stabilized the offense of the Petro Gazz Angels in the set.
But so far for the Angels, despite winning set number 1, Ayel, they've not managed to lead by any more than 2 points. What a dig from Tempiatura. So
Great reaction.
chance ball for the Chargers. And Fifi Sharma puts it away.
Great adjustment in that second attempt. Fifi Sharma going for that a quick attack in that first attempt. Changing direction this time from that back quick. Quick transition indeed.
Only a second point for Fifi Sharma, former De La Salle lady spiker. Ooh, what a serve. And it's an overpass coming from Pontillas. Sharma again.
Activation from the middle. Working for the Chargers here. That could be a game changer here for them.
A reception of the Angels getting tested by the serves of the Chargers. Pontillas, Saet to Pablo, down the line. Got it.
You know, you can't leave that down the line angle open for Myla Pablo. That's something that she has mastered in her years of playing, facing cross court and going down the line.
Petro Gazz playing catch up once again. Was down by 2 there, within 1. Block against Laxina. Ravenna pops it up for Cal. A rare spike from Cal, and now you know why.
Blockers ready for that one. Let's take a second look at that. I mean, it was a Brooke Van Sickle guarding Cal.
10-all. You're a setter once before, Ayel. How many times did you spike as a setter?
Not a lot for sure.
Laxina. The drop attempt. Ooh. Pancake save is no good for Puntillas as Laxina now with 9 points.
Great first touch there for the Petro Gazz Angels. That just no support on the second one. A miscue as well. Isa Puntillas trying to go for that pancake save.
Fifi Sharma, 2 over 3 points coming here in set number 2. And again, a bad pass. Maisa Puntillas really struggling with her reception today.
Akari Chargers also going for strong serves here. Trying their best to put Petro Gazz Angels out of system.
And good scouting as well. I mean, identifying who's not the best receiver and sending the ball there. They tried to target Puntillas, so that was way short for Sharma.
Consistency has been a big problem here for the Akari Chargers, especially on that service line.
Remy Palma, team captain, serving for the Angels.
11 serving 12.
Oh.
Service ace for Remy Palma. Palma with 3 points.
Both teams just exchanging good serves here. Remy Palma going to Ivy Laxina, who was also not in the best position to get the first ball.
Former Lady Tamarao serving for the lead. Soltones, short pass. Laxina with a drop shot. And the pancake save is no good for Van Sickle as Laxina now in double digits. The first one in double digits for either team.
Ivy Laxina this time changing tempo. And again, we expected that Ivy Laxina is gonna do a heavy lifting in terms of scoring for the Chargers.
Coming off a 13-point performance, she's got 10 already. Van Sickle, what a dig, but an over dig coming from Laxina. And that will not cross the net for the Chargers.
Aggressive.
And Van Sickle answers right back. She's in double digits as well with 10.
Van Sickle very aggressive in that net defense.
Chisa serving for Petro Gazz.
An absolute seesaw battle here in set number 2. After that 4-point lead early by the Chargers, it's been a nice side-out game. Van Sickle for point number 11. Got it.
Shot. Van Sickle.
A great adjustment there from Van Sickle. The set was
Now on top.
away from the net. Did not have enough space to get that full swing. Just rolling that ball over works for her.
And for the first time here in set number 2, Angels on top by 1. Laksina. And not for long as Laksina ties the game at 14.
Simple attacks coming from Laksina, yet very effective. I mean, it wasn't the most powerful of attacks, just rolling that ball over at zone 1. But no one was there for the Petro Gazz Angels.
11 points for Ivy Laksina, who didn't finish her playing years with National University. She still had 2 years remaining, but opted to go pro. She saw it. Pontillas got it. That's her favorite shot.
That's something that she has mastered, definitely. The reason why you need the middles to really close down that cross-court angle, because once it opens, it's like an automatic point for Pontillas.
Van Sickle, that service out.
Ball is out.
That's definitely good news for the Chargers. I mean, Brooke Van Sickle really has been effective on the service line.
Camille.
Coach Zurabara smiling from behind the mask. It's a tied game again, 15 all. But Cam Victoria gives the lead right back to the Angels, 16-15, set number 2.
Akari.
Angels up by 1 after a service fault by Cam Victoria. Brooke Van Sickle, 11 points. Top scoring for the Angels. Meanwhile, Ivy Laksina with 11. She is the top scorer for the Chargers. And it's a tight game, as expected. Casey Galdones. And the Angels up 1-0 after winning in the first 28-26. Galdones will play setter, underhand to Pontillas. Laksina pops it up from the back row. Soltones. And again, another dig coming from Chisaet. Another hit from Pontillas. This time, Cal pops it up. Soyud pushes with 2 hands. Saet says, I got it. Van Sickle, back row. What a dig for Ravenna. Laksina off speed from the back. Long rally. Pablo will put an end to that.
Pablo breaks the block.
Myla Pablo has started so well in this match. This time going for the hands of Sharma on that sequence.
9 points now for Pablo. That's her second highest scoring game after putting up 11 in their last win against the Foxies. Sharma with her 5th point.
And this is why they need the good first balls. They want to involve the middles, Sharma and Victoria, in their offense, because it has proven to be effective in this match.
And now it's time to involve Nisperos. As she checks in along with Mitch Cobb.
Michelle Cobb. Serving for
Great
Akari.
Pisperos didn't play in the reinforced conference for the Chargers, so it's nice to see her back on the court. Saet to Palma. Popped up by Ravenna. Cobb to Faith. Blocked by Myla. Pablo now in double digits with 10.
18.
Oh, that was a solid one coming from Myla Pablo.
Block of the set brought to you by East West Bank, the official bank of the PVL All-Filipino Conference.
Perfectly reading Faith Nesperos. No coverage for the Chargers.
Meantime, Antoinette Adolfo returning. Former Adamson Lady Falcon. 10th overall draft pick in the very first PVL draft. Not a good pass coming from Laxina. Here comes Nisperos. Blocked again. But there's coverage from Laxina. Soltones. Pablo pops it up. Tempiatura says, I'll send it back to you, Myla. Cobb. Ravenna sends it to Soltones. Gets a little help. Trickler over the net.
Tough angle there for Soltones. I mean, that set was way beyond the antenna. But Soltones with some help from the net there, disrupting the timing on the defense for the Angels.
9 points for Soltones. That's outside.
Pablo, ball is out.
Back up by 2, the Angels, 19-17.
But the service errors of the Akari Chargers has got to be painful here.
Myla Pablo. Serving for the Angels.
Good pass from Laxina. Gets it back. What a dig coming from Adolfo. Chance to attack once again. Laxina this time pounds it. Adolfo again to the rescue. Chisaet, back row Pablo. Got it. Myla Pablo. Now with 10.
20.
All around game so far for Myla Pablo.
Spike of the set. Myla Pablo. Brought to you by Duncan, pasalubong ng bayan.
Akari Chargers.
Oh, what an angle there.
Timeout by the Chargers.
We'll be going to 2-point gap. Okay, so still have a 7 point. Okay, so relax. Calm down. 1 point that time.
Yes.
As if you can the small blocker, you can hit over the block. Don't need to be hurry. Go on. Cover time, go.
Chargers.
Right now, Coach Taka saying 1 point at a time. That's what they need. They would want to slowly close this 3-point lead of the Petro Gazz Angels, because Akari Chargers, again, they would have sparks in the sets, but they are not able to maintain their momentum. That has been a big problem for them.
Laxina, one-handed dig for Tempiatura. Chance ball again for the Chargers. Cobb goes back to Ivy. Ivy down the line.
Off the hand of Adolfo.
Great hit there coming from Ivy. Let's take a second look on that. Great set coming from Cobb. I mean, it was only Chisay, one of the smaller blockers for the Petro Gazz Angels. Ivy definitely had the advantage there.
12 point for Laxina, making it a 2-point game. The 3-point lead of the Angels was their biggest. Janine Marciano checking back in.
Naya Fernandez on your screens. Enjoying the match.
Pablo, what a dig coming from Marciano. Laxina pounds it in. 13 points for Laxina. She's personally given the Chargers a 2-point run.
And the Akari Chargers would want to keep this rotation as long as they can, because Ivy Laxina has the hot hands right now.
Adolfo will sit down, and Maizo Puntillas returns. Chance to tie on the Marciano serve. 19 serving 20. Second set. Van Sickle, what a dig for Marciano, but it's a chance ball for the Angels. Van Sickle again. Another superb dig coming from Soltones this time. Laxina, yes! 3 straight points. Ivy Laxina to tie the game.
Now you have to credit the defense of Marciano and Soltones off that great hits coming from Van Sickle. But again, Ivy Laxina has been highly reliable here in terms of offense.
And forcing Coach Zurabara to call a timeout.
Vamos, hey, vamos! No, this game, you are not on practice! 2020! You must enjoy! Don't let's play! More aggressive, aggressive! Number 16, just number 16! Okay? More aggressive!
Minimize error lang ha. Wala mangyari.
Koji wants his players to enjoy this moment. I mean, it's the same situation they are in as in the first set. So not just for the Petro Gazz Angels, but also for Akari, composure will definitely matter here and consistency as well.
And right now they're very consistent offensively. They've scored the last 3 points.
That sails out.
That serve was long for Marciano. So on their own accord, they stopped their 3-point run and put the Angels back on top by 1. And Coach Minoa says, Janine, let's sub you out with Fifi Sharma.
Team captain, Remy Paul, serving for the Angels.
Soltones with a great pass. Oh, Laxina.
Laxina.
4 straight points.
We're tied at 21.
Has been unstoppable here in the end stretch.
15 already for Ivy Laxina.
Showing great connection as well with Bob in this match.
17.
But Cobb will sit down.
Cal.
Yeah, so will Nisperos as Camille Cal returns along with Eli Soyu. 21 all. Just like how it ended in set number 1. We're going down the wire here in set number 2. And that's going to be an ace for Camille Cal. And just like that, the Chargers take the lead.
Cal, one of the better servers here for the Akari Chargers. Getting that ace off the hands of Brooke Van Sickle, who is actually one of the better receivers for the Angels.
First point for Camille Cal. Not a good pass, so it's a broken play and a chance ball for the Chargers. Opportunity to go up by 2. Laxina, yes!
Laxina off the hand of
Laxina definitely has the confidence in this set.
16 points for Ivy Laxina. She's been a big thorn on the side of the Angels.
And she has been maximizing that net defense of Chisaet.
And now Coach Zurabara wants more height up front. Replaces Chisaet with Janelle Cheng. Let's see if this can stop the run of the Chargers. Much better pass. Van Sickle down the line.
Ooh, great dig.
Battle at the net. Angels able to get it across. Cal to Laxina. Barbon pops it up. Back row, Pablo. Got it. Myla. Pablo delivers her 11th point.
Myla Pablo has been very productive in this match from all sides of the court. This time yet again from the back row in between Soltones and Ravenna.
Janelle Cheng. Oh, bad pass coming from Soltones, a rare one. Soyud, that's outside. That's going to be a challenge, that's for sure. It looked very, very close. So an immediate challenge by the Chargers.
I mean, Eli Soyud was very intentional in that attack, going long, going on that corner pocket. There you go, right on the line.
So that's a successful challenge, which means it's a 2-set point advantage for Coach Taka Minoa and the Chargers.
Serving for the set, number 16, Laksina.
Laksina in the back row, 16 points for Ivy. A set point given up off as service fault. One of the weaknesses of the Chargers here in set number 2, Ayel.
Just very unfortunate that it is coming towards this crucial moment. But Petro Gazz has to be perfect here. There's no room for errors.
Chance for the win. Block against Soltones. Here's a chance ball for the Angels. For the tie, there's a push coming from Puntillas. Easy pickup for Ravenna. Soyud for the win. Pablo pops it up. On two, Puntillas. Ravenna. Soltones with the easy over. Free ball for the Angels. Pablo. And Myla Pablo with her conference high 12 points. Erases the set point of the Chargers. We're tied at 24.
I mean, you know, at the end of the day, Myla Pablo is Myla Pablo. She knows when to step up, and you can give her that open block and that cross-court angle. Dani Ravenna, Ivy Laksina was there.
Just like set number 1, we go to an extended set number 2. Soyud answers right back and puts the Chargers back at set point.
Great option there for Cal to go reverse set to Soyud. I mean, blockers were trying to load up on Soltones. Soyud only had one blocker with her.
6 points for Eli Soyud. Big serve coming up for Cam Victoria. Barbon with a beautiful pass. Pablo again.
Oh.
Myla Pablo, 13 points for the second time in a row. She's erased the set point.
You know, she's not done being a big problem here for the Akari Chargers. They're yet to figure out how Myla Pablo is playing, going cross-court earlier, this time going down the line. So many angles for Myla Pablo.
Chami Tiamzon making her first appearance today. She came off the bench in the first set against the Foxies.
Serving for the Angels.
You played with Nicole, right?
My captain in my rookie year.
Soyud with a dump attempt. Great save with the one hand by Van Sickle. Chance ball here for the Chargers. Soyud got it. Eli Soyud for the second time in a row. She's put the Chargers at set point.
Right, has been impactful here. This important stretch. Let's take a second look on that. Again, only one blocker there. So much angles to choose.
Third set point for Soyud and the Chargers. 26-25. Puntillas pounds it in. Set point erased. Puntillas with her 5th point.
No one's giving up on this set. Again, Cheng going to Puntillas in the crucial point. Late block coming from the Chargers.
Isa Puntillas, the 2-time UAAP champion, former UST Tigers, serving at 26-all. Cal to Soltones. Tempiatura, not a good pass. Here comes Sapete, her first touch. Soyud back row with a push. Tempiatura diving. Sapete, that's way outside.
Ball is out.
So courtesy of the error from Jonas Sapete, it's set point number 4 for the Chargers.
7-26.
Big opportunity here for Akari. Get this set.
Serving.
Remember, Chargers down 1-0, losing by 2 in an extended first set. Sapete, yes, redeems herself with her first point today.
Coach Koji slowly maximizing his lineup here. We've seen Tiamzon right now. Sapete getting that point.
And no sign of the calf problem after missing the game against the Foxies because of the calf strain. Nice looking serve for Sabete. We're tied at 27. Laksina is in front. Overdug by Van Sickle. Sharma picked up by Puntillas. Van Sickle with a push. Laksina. That's outside.
Ball is out.
And for the first time in set number 2, Angels at set point, 28-27.
I mean, at this point of the set, as much as you can. You want to be efficient. You want to be perfect. Those errors, you really have to avoid those kinds of errors, giving away free points.
And it's going to be interesting to see the numbers, especially the unforced errors by the Chargers after set number 2. Laksina. Here's a chance to go for the win. Palma with a dump! A come from behind win yet again for the Angels in set number 2.
And what a way for Cheng to set up Palma when Brooke Van Sickle was right in front of her, but choosing Palma, being strategic, being smart, no blockers there for Remy Palma.
And for the second straight set, it's been an extended one, and it's been as exciting. 29-27, Angels win set number 2 and are up 2-0 against the Chargers. And the Chargers as we give you the highlights of set number 2.
Now, we've seen brilliance from both teams, especially in offense. We've mentioned how Ivy Laksina has really changed the game for the Akari Chargers in the start of the set. Fifi Sharma also with good contributions. Ellie Soyo towards the end stretch. But again, Petro Gazz is a veteran team. They know how to compose themselves, especially in the end stretch. You don't see them rattled at all, and they find their ways to stay organized, especially when it's needed. And I think that's what really worked for them. And the bench players also stepping up in the crucial moments. Tiamzon, Sabete having their minutes as well. But for the numbers, clearly Akari having more attack points. They have 20 attack points against only the 13 of the Petro Gazz Angels. 2 kill blocks for the Angels, 1 for the Chargers. Both teams also with the 2 service aces, but Akari Chargers giving away 12 free points for the Petro Gazz Angels. Meanwhile, the Angels have even lessened their errors into 4, so that's something that the Akari Chargers need to figure out quickly, how they can stay consistent, and not just consistent, how they can be efficient and maintain the momentum that they have in the start.
Well, as lopsided as the numbers show it, it wasn't at all like that. I mean, especially how the Chargers, they led by as many as 4 points. The biggest lead of the Angels was 3 points. And it was, the narrative has been the same. It's always a come from behind win by the Angels against the Chargers.
Right, and this is where you see that it doesn't matter how you start. What's really important is how you end the set, and that's what the Petro Gazz has been trying to do, just playing steady until they find their momentum and finish the set.
Well, now that you brought it up, Ayel, I mean, how do the Angels change the trend? How can they be more consistent, be on top now, instead of playing catch-up in set number 3?
No, well, they have to really stay consistent from the start, really can't relax from the start, and there you go, Brooke Van Sickle getting the first point, because in the second set, Akari Chargers found a way to start strong, but after the timeout of Petro Gazz in that second set, they found their flow easily.
Laksina with a good pass. Ivy Laksina with a push and misses the mark, and no touch as well. So a 2-0 start for the Angels, the kind of start you want after winning the first 2 sets.
And for the Akari Chargers, this is not what you want, starting with a few errors here after giving away 12 points, free points in the second set.
Ooh. Great save by Ravenna off a really bad receive. Palma, a running attack, blocked by Laksina. Van Sickle sends it over. Chance ball for the Chargers. Sharma blocked by Van Sickle. Cheng to the middle. Palma drops it. Tough chase for Soltones, and it's a 3-0 start by the Angels. An early timeout for the Chargers here. Coach Minoa doesn't like the way they've started.
Okay, don't forget roll. You have to get your point. It's not time to lose that confidence. How about confidence? Go, 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 go. Go on, go on, go on.
Let's go! Watch tayo restart mo! Hurry! Chargers!
Back into set number 3, there is tension and there is frustration because both teams are well aware that this set could very well be the turning point of this matchup. And I actually got to listen in to Petro Gazz's recent huddle before this set, and I overheard Captain Remy Palma, who closed set to strong takeover, and she said, and I quote, "Kailangan magtulungan, walang pagod, walang bitin. Kung gusto natin tapusin to, it's all about our team effort filled with conviction." And though it's been a tough one so far, Petro Gazz is obviously not backing down in this battle, and with their veteran leaders pushing them to be their best, they're ready to take control here in set number 3. Well, can they keep their foot on the gas and close out this set? Let's find out. Erica Nael.
All right, thank you, Kyla. Well, the answer is yes. What a block. The second block for Janelle Cheng, and against Ivy Laksina, no less.
And you see the team effort on the side of the Petro Gazz Angels, from defense to offense. They are really locked in.
Laksina blocked again. Nothing going through for the Chargers. 4-0 start for the Angels. Soltones pops it up. This is going to be another chance ball for the Angels. Cheng goes to the running attack. The drop shot is good. Palma, 5-0 run. 2 straight points scored by the Angels after the Chargers timeout.
And that's a smart play coming from Remy Palma. She knows that they were waiting for a power hit, going for the tip. Really iced the defenders of the Chargers.
Sharma will sit down, and Princess Madrigal checking in for the first time today. Service ace for Myla Pablo. What has gone wrong here? A yell for the Chargers in set number 3.
I mean, the Chargers really looking stunned right now. I mean, that was a high serve, yes, a short serve, but no one committing on the side of the Chargers. And right now they need to find a way to get their confidence back.
An absolute collapse to start the third set for the Chargers. Laxina, a push. Soltones pops it up. Another chance to attack. Laxina sends it outside. And there is a block touch. Laxina scores her 16th point, and that ends the 6-0 run by the Angels.
Really a much needed side out there for the Akari Chargers. Coach Takaminoa earlier in the timeout saying that this is not the time to doubt themselves. They need their confidence going here.
Madrigal with a serve. Not a good pass there, but doesn't matter. Brooke Van Sickle with her 13th point of the game.
That's what the confidence looks like. Brooke Van Sickle, 2 blockers, no problem.
Quick side out for the Angels. No runs allowed for the Chargers. That serve is just outside for Palma. She is wondering if they would challenge. They should not. So the easiest point for the Chargers yet here in the third set. But they're down by 5. Biggest lead was 6 for the Angels in the entire match. Laxina getting a little help from the net court.
Laxina continues to bring spark here for the Chargers.
18 points for Laxina. 2-point run for the Chargers. Van Sickle. Victoria will set it up for Soyud. And that is outside. And there's a block touch again.
Slowly but surely here, Akari getting their momentum.
3 straight points scored by the Chargers. After this block touch, Coach Zurabara has seen enough. We'll talk it over.
Let's go, Nas!
Yung serve sa may bandang gitna pumapagsak.
Now, Zia, stop it! Zia team, stop in the half! Stop in the half! Go, let's go! Let's go!
Despite that 3-point lead, Coach Koji does not want to give any opportunity here for the Chargers to gain some momentum, and also urging his players to put more effort because he knows how important this set is.
It is do or die for the Chargers. Van Sickle answers right away with her 14th point of the game. And that'll take us to our first technical timeout. A comfortable 4-point lead for the Angels in set number 3.
Welcome back at the Petro Gazz Angels with a 4-point lead to start this third set. So far, looking good, in sync with their offense and defense. And meanwhile, the Akari Chargers, this is not the kind of start they want after losing the first two sets. This is a must-win set again for them if they want to extend this match.
Janelle Cheng, 3 points, 2 coming from blocks. Terrific defense so far by the Angels, and right on cue, another kill block. Van Sickle, that's going to be her third block of the game.
Van Sickle has been guarding that right pin of the Akari Chargers so well.
15 points for Van Sickle. As big as the number that is still her lowest scoring output. And Laksina, meanwhile, with 19 points for Ivy Laksina. That's going to be her second highest scoring game.
Again, Ivy Laksina has been highly reliable here. I mean, Cal just knowing that they need to get points and continues to go to Laksina.
Not a good pass from Barbon, but it doesn't matter. If you've got Brooke Van Sickle there.
And Brooke Van Sickle has not slowed down at all in this match. We haven't seen a lot of soft touches coming from her. She's been going all-out power here. I mean, Cal was right on the spot, just couldn't contain that attack.
16 points for Van Sickle, back to a 5-point lead. Make that a 6-point lead now for the Angels, restoring their biggest cushion of the match.
In the first two sets, it was Petro Gazz playing catch-up, but right now it's interesting to see how the Chargers will actually respond with a 6-point lead of the Angels.
Victoria, there's a net touch by Cam Victoria. Now the biggest lead for the Angels at 7 points. It's an absolute meltdown here for the Chargers in set number 3, AL.
Nothing really going well for the Akari Chargers. That was a good set from Cal to Victoria, but Cal scraping the net on her way down.
Short pass, gonna be a broken play and an unsuccessful hit coming from Soltones. Now an 8-point cushion for the Angels after trailing first set, second set, and a come from behind win in both sets. Right now they're very comfortably ahead.
Right.
Cheng goes to the middle. That's way outside for Galdones.
Lucky break there for the Akari Chargers. Getting a free point. Chance for them to find their confidence here.
Galdones didn't play in the last game of the Angels. Cam Victoria with a serve. Barbon passes. Myla Pablo, he's been quiet. That's an attack fault. So back-to-back errors for the Angels, gifting 2 easy points for the Chargers. Both coaches with 1 timeout remaining. Pablo tries again. Dug by Laksina. Soltones. There's a nice dig coming from Van Sickle. Pablo. Laksina again pops it up. Gretzel. Another dig by Soltones. And no third touch for the Chargers, as their mini 2-point run ends right there.
The Charger is just really looking disorganized right now. Let's take a second look on that. Great dig coming from Brooke Van Sickle. A surprise 1-2 play from Cheng. Chargers definitely not ready for that one.
Seven-point cushion for Joy Dacoron and the Angels. Dacoron with 2 points scored in the first set. And Eli Soyud gets the side out. Soyud with 9.
Soyud perfectly faking that one. going explosive in that approach last second, just tipping that one over.
Early entry in the third set for Cobb and Nisperos. They usually come in at past the 18-point mark.
Let's see if they can make a difference.
Full front line for Mitch Cobb, Soltones, Madrigal, and Nisperos. And they also have got Ivy Laxina in the back row, who has been digging very well. Soltones getting the block touch. 10 points now for Gretzel Soltones.
This is a win. Gretzel Soltones is very much needed. There you go. Going for the hands of Pontillas.
Barbon with a much better pass. There's a nice hit for Remy Palma.
And at this point, everyone contributing for the Angels. Remy Palma being activated this time. Only one blocker, avoiding Madrigal to get that point.
Villas will sit down. And Antoinette Adolfo checks back in. Adolfo has not scored yet in the game. Great pass from Ravenna. Soltones.
Ooh.
That is too far for Adolfo. So a side out for the Chargers. Soltones with 11. Her third game in double digits.
Second look at that. Soltones has got the hot hands right now. But a great effort from Van Sickle to slow the ball down. Just not enough room for a second touch.
Chargers have taken 3 points out of this 8-point deficit. They're only down by 5 now. Disperos. That's popped up by Adolfo beautifully. On 2. Pablo hits it. Juanco is in the game for the first time. Laxina, cut shot is no good.
Awkward position there for Laxina.
Second technical timeout. A comfortable 6-point lead for the Angels against the Chargers in what could be the third and final set. Myla Pablo and the Angels led by as many as 2 points in the first 2 sets. That was their win, actually. They won by 2. Come from behind win the first 2 sets. Right now, they led by as many as 8. Right now, they're up by 6. In full control of this third set.
I'm sure those 2 comeback wins gave them the confidence, but that hit coming from Laxina has got to give Akari Chargers some confidence in this set.
The spike of the set brought to you by Duncan. Pasalubong ng Bayan, 20th point of Ivy Laxina.
Robin Laxina showing some great connection in this match.
Madrigal with the serve. Easy pickup for Barbon. Adolfo, popped up by Cobb. Madrigal passes. Soltones from the back row. Easy pass coming from Pablo. Palma with a running attack. Cobb is running around. As Nisperos, another dig coming from Pablo. And a nice block by Victoria against Van Sickle.
That has got to feel good here.
Block of the set brought to you by East West Bank, the official bank of the PVL All-Filipino Conference. Break point won by the Chargers. They're on a 2-point run, but still down by 4. A nice tip from Nisperos. Van Sickle. Yes. changing the pace and scoring her 17th point.
And that's how you know that Van Sickle is really thinking quick during the game, adjusting quick, getting blocked earlier, this time changing tempo, just rolling that one over. No one ready for that from the Chargers.
Back to a 5-point lead for Palma and the Angels. Good serve. And that's going to be an ace for Rem Palma. And this one getting away from the Chargers.
And this has been the biggest issue for the Akari Chargers. Their first ball, they're passing because again, they have a lot of good attackers, but you'll not be able to maximize that if you don't get that good first ball first. But service error there.
No need for the first ball.
From Palma.
There's still one timeout remaining for both coaches. With the way it's looking, Coach Tuzurabara is not going to need it. Coach Taka, he might call it anytime soon. As Camille Cal and Eli Soyud return for the Chargers, down by 5. Another point scored by the Chargers here. Still have to overhaul a 4-point deficit as Janelle Cheng will get a rest and Chi Saet's back in the game. Great pass coming from Pablo. And on to Chi Saet. Gets her first point of the game.
Veteran moves there from Chi Saet. Was almost an overpass, going for that 1-2 play, and what a perfect timing for her to go on that zone. Cal was still trying to run back from a serve.
Almost an ace for Saet. Laksina, block, coverage by Victoria. Laksina just tosses it overhead. Van Sickle, and that will make it a 6-point lead again for the Angels.
Petro Gazz really looking dominant in this set. Brooke Van Sickle. Only one blocker there. I mean, great rebound from Eli Soyud. But no support in the first touch.
18 points for Van Sickle. And right now, based on the body language of the Chargers, it's just a matter of time before the Angels put this one away. But Laksina still plugging away. 21 points now. Second best scoring game for Ivy Laksina.
Laksina, the lifeline of the Chargers in this set.
.21 points, 8 errors for Ivy Laksina today. Van Sickle off-speed hit once again. 19 points now for Van Sickle.
And you just know that Akari is not on the right mindset right now. This is not their usual game. Letting go of that off-speed attack coming from Brooke Van Sickle. Not a single player went for an attempt there.
And we see Donalyn Paralejas in the game for the first time. Former Lady Chief. Second straight game for Paralejas after not being in the lineup in the first 2 games of the Angels. And Myla Pablo with her 15th point of the game, her highest scoring match so far in the All-Filipino Conference.
Still going to her comfortable angle there, going down the line to zone 1. Still no adjustment on the floor defense of Akari.
Soltones rejected. And this matches the biggest lead of the Angels, 8 points, 23-15.
You just sense that the Petro Gazz Angels prepared for this one. Again, they had an 11-day rest and they came in prepared and executed.
Paralejas really going for an ace. Job well done by Paralejas. Back in is Van Sickle to put the finishing touches to this masterpiece of a third set by the Angels. 23-16. They're 2 points away from winning in straight sets and starting their first 2-game winning streak. And it's now 8 match points for the Angels.
Everything going so well for the Angels in this set, making everything look so easy.
Villas with 7. Tacoron will serve for the match. Soyud saves 1 match point.
But they have to be flawless here. Petro Gazz just needs 1 more point to get this match.
Chance to put it away right here. They go to Chamzon. Juanco pops it up. Going to be a chance ball here for the Angels. They give it again to Chami Chamzon. Soyud, another chance ball here, the 3rd straight one, but this is going to be a free ball from Pontillas. Soltones. Pontillas is rejected. On 2 for Palma. And that is going to be outside for Pontillas, so 2 match points given up by the Angels.
3 point there, yet again. Akari still alive in the set.
Very sloppy play for the Angels in that last rally. Good pass. Here's Chamzon. And Chamzon delivers the win for the Angels. Much more comfortable here in set number 3. This is a 7-point win after 2 extended first sets.
And the Petro Gazz Angels really maximizing their players here. I mean, Tiamzon getting that finishing touch for the Petro Gazz Angels, and it was definitely a team effort, finding their confidence and their come from behind wins, and finally getting a strong start in this 3rd set, controlling the set all throughout, making everything difficult for the Akari Chargers.
By the way, that last point of the Angels was the first point of Chamzon in the All-Filipino Conference. We'll take a break, give you the best player of the game and the finishing touches to this 3-set win by the Angels right after a few reminders from our sponsors. Three-set win for the Angels over the Chargers. Our best player, Myla Pablo, with a conference high 15 points, is with Kyla Kingsu. Kyla?
That's right. Here with me is our player of the game, who is none other than Myla Pablo of the Petro Gazz Angels with 15 points, 13 attacks, 1 block, and 1 ace. Big congratulations to you and to your team. Now, Myla, nakausap kita kanina at sinabi mo sa akin na talagang na-miss mo yung energy, yung intensity here sa PVL. Anong pakiramdam na na-maintain mo yung performance mo from last game to this one?
Well, syempre sobrang happy, especially yung mga teammates ko and coaches ko, yung tiwala nila sa akin sa loob ng court. Malaking bagay yon sa akin na may tiwala yung buong team sa akin and also sa mga management and the coaches.
Na Myla, para sa'yo, ano yung naging key to success ng team nyo today, especially in this very tight game, back and forth yung scores nyo? Anong masasabi mo sa teamwork na pinakita ng Petro Gazz?
Sabi nga ni coach na matambakan man kami, kailangan naka-smile pa rin kami sa loob ng court. Yun lang ginawa namin. I know naman na nagtulong-tulong kami as a team, hindi man lang si Brooke or ako yung gumawa, pero yung team yung panalo sa amin ngayong game na to.
Yes, exactly. And may 2 games pa kayo before this break. Ano yung magiging preparations nyo for those games?
Syempre, I think ang next game namin on Tuesday, pero syempre gandaan talaga namin and more training pa. Kung ano yung mga naging kulang namin this game, kailangan i-training namin, especially yung service and service receive actually.
Is there anyone you want to greet? Go ahead, your friends, family, all your fans here.
Binabati ko yung mama ko sa Tarlac, mga kapatid ko, family Caluyo, family Spendi, and family Villavicencio. And then sa mga fans ng Petro Gazz, thank you so much po. And family po ng mga teammates ko. Yun lang po.
There you have it, Myla Pablo, our player of the game. Congratulations once again to you and to the Petro Gazz Angels. Now we'll be back after this break to wrap this up.
Three-set win by the Angels over the Chargers as we check the highlights of the entire match.
Petro Gazz Angels, they started slow in this match. We've seen how Akari Chargers quickly pick up their game from the start, but Petro Gazz Angels playing steady, finding firepower from different players. Brooke Pensicle, Myla Pablo, Sabete, Tiamzon in some moments of the match. The middles were effective as well. The net defense of Cheng made a lot of difference in the second set. But Akari Chargers, again, there were sparks from them. Ivy Laksina, again, getting the bigger load in scoring. But Soyud also stepped up, as well as Fifi Sharma in some moments of the match. But still wasn't enough. They really needed to be locked in more in their defense and their first ball, the departments where they were were locking the most that Petro Gazz just easily maximized on with their great serving. So really, it was a team effort for the Petro Gazz Angels. For the Akari Chargers, a lot to figure out after a 3-game losing streak. Meanwhile, Petro Gazz still looking good, finding the momentum with a 2-game winning streak.
So they got what they wanted. Meanwhile, like what you mentioned, Coach Takaminoa back to the drawing board. They will try to solve this dilemma. And their last 3 games, they lost all in straight sets.
Straight sets. And as you take a look at the numbers, Akari still have their strength in offense. They have 46 attack points against the 44 of the Petro Gazz. But the Petro Gazz Angels figured them out in that net defense. 9 kill blocks against the 2 of Akari, which is uncharacteristic because we know Akari as a good blocking team. But both teams also committing a lot of errors. But the tricky part here is that the timing of the errors of Akari was very crucial in their momentum in all the sets.
All right, this weekend, we're going to take you to the hometown of Dina Wong as we bring the PVL to Minglanilla Sports Complex in Minglanilla, Cebu. It is Nextled taking on Signal, 4 p.m. And then Capital One taking on Galleries to close out that day at 6:30. And that'll wrap up our doubleheader as well here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. 15 points for Myla Pablo, 19 for Brooke Van Sickle as the Angels get a 3-set win against the Chargers. Our director, Nick Earnshaw, for Kyla Kingsu, Ayala Saniero, I'm Eric Kapan. Thanks for watching our coverage of the All-Filipino Conference of the PVL right here on your Simple TV channels.